Check. 1 2 1 2. Hey, what's up, guys? This is Danny here with our first Facebook Live. We'll be going live in a couple of minutes. Just want to thank everyone for coming out. Let's see. There we go. Check. Mic check 1 2. Hey, what's up, guys? Danny here. We're going live at 7. We're going to be doing something a little bit different than my normal Facebook Live. Normally, as you guys know, I'm a DJ, so I normally go live DJing, but today we're actually going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be doing a Q&A session of my Bariatric Journey, and I'll go through all that as we go through the show, but check it out. So yeah, guys, once again, we'll be doing something a little bit different than my DJ show, going live for that. This Saturday, we'll be going live, me and DJ Quick, Saturday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, and we're going to be Toma la Casa, ya tú sabes. So check it out. Go ahead and leave some comments below. Let me know you guys are there. Say hello. Give me some shout outs so I can see the comments. I'll go ahead and put your comments on the leaderboards here, and then we'll go from there. Once again, guys, thank you so much for coming out. This is Danny here with my VSG Journey. We're going live in about 5 minutes. Let me know how everything sounds, and we'll go from there. We got my mom on, we got Julissa, we got Adi, Ashley. How you doing, guys? Go ahead and leave a comment below if I can go ahead and see those comments. Yes. Hey, Julissa, what's going on? Hey, shout out to Julissa. She actually got bariatric surgery and she looks amazing. So shout out to her. She's lost a lot of weight. Hey, Julissa, how much weight have you lost since your bariatric surgery? Let me know in the comments. Let's see. All right. And guys, go ahead and share this video. Like I said, this is something a little bit more different than what I normally do. This is gonna be maybe a series, maybe not. We'll see how it goes. Let's see here. Just inviting a little bit more, a couple more people to the live. Let's see. Hey, Carolyn, how we doing? Once again, guys, this is Danny. We're doing something a little bit different than my normal DJ show. Today, we'll be doing a live Q&A on my bariatric journey. As you guys know, or may not know, about 8 months ago, I got bariatric surgery, and I lost a lot of weight. So if you guys haven't seen me in a while, you guys may see that I look different. So, yes, sir. Let's see. Looking good here. All right. All right, we got Julissa. So, Julissa, again, who's a good friend of mine, she has lost a total of 103 pounds down, and she actually had the surgery before she got pregnant. Again, she had 2 beautiful kids, and after she had the surgery, I believe she says she gained 35 with the surgery, and she needs to lose 20 more, but she'll be back to 175. And Julissa's results are truly amazing. Another good friend of mine, Ivaneska, she also got the surgery, and she looks great as well. If you guys have not yet, go ahead and check out my YouTube page, Exposure 87. I don't have the link here, but go ahead and check it out, and let me know what you think about the videos. So we're gonna start in about 2 more minutes. I don't believe I'm seeing the comments here, but don't worry about it. We'll keep the ball rolling. Anyone on YouTube, go ahead and leave a comment below. Let me know that you guys are there. See. Hey, let me know what you guys think about the music in the background. Cause I'm doing a live stream, I can't play regular music because it'll get tear down. But I got some copywritten material that I can throw out. So let me know what you guys think there. We got Jahida in the house. Jahida, ¿cómo está? Así tiene mi café. All right, let's see. Let's play this last one here. All right, guys. We got Carly in the house. Hello, Carly. All right, once again, guys, this will be a different type of video that we'll be doing today. We're going to be going live on my VSG Journey, which is my vertical sleeve gastrectomy. If you guys don't know what that is, I will go over that information in the comments and throughout the video. Like I said, we'll be going live in a couple minutes. Just waiting for a couple more people. Let's see. All right. So guys, go ahead and let me know in the comments below how you're doing. How's everything going with this coronavirus and all that good stuff. All right. See. I feel like I'm DJing, but I'm not. All right, here we go. We got Shantae in the house. Hello, Shantae and Donito, two of my very good friends. Throw a comment below. Let's see. All right, let's see what we got. So again, guys, unfortunately, I don't see the comments. I don't see the comments on the switchboard, but I can see them directly in Facebook. So. Or Twitter. So go ahead and leave any comments, questions that you guys may have, and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. Hey, Shantae Hernandez. Where's Donito at? Let me see Donito. Christina is in the house. Hello, Christina. She's one of my clients. So let's see here, guys. So first and foremost, thank you guys so much for joining me on this Tuesday night. This is the first visual speaking, I would say, Facebook Live I've done. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Daniel Crespo. Everyone calls me Danny. I am a DJ here in Orlando that has a full professional production DJ and photo booth company. And a lot of people that visit my lives actually see me DJing. So this is something out of my box, out of the ordinary that I don't normally do, and I'm kind of a little nervous. I don't know why, because I do love to talk. But again, guys, thank you so much for joining me. This is going to be something a little bit different than I normally do on this page, but we are going live, multi-stream on YouTube and on Facebook. So go ahead and leave any comments below. We'll be more than happy to answer them. Basically, what we're doing today is my VSG Journey live. So what is VSG? VSG is a vertical sleeve gastrectomy, aka bariatric surgery, aka weight loss surgery. So if you guys have any questions on weight loss surgery or bariatric surgery or different types of surgery or the after effects before, during and after, please leave them in the comments below. Normally I will throw them on the switchboard so you guys can see those questions, but I'll go ahead and just go over the questions. I can see them on my screen on YouTube and on Facebook. So just go ahead and post those on, and I'll be more than happy to go over that information. So let's see. Oh, okay, I just see a comment here. All right, we got Pager on here. Oh, I can't say. Okay. YouTube comments are coming in. I don't see the Facebook comments, but don't even worry about that. All right, let me go here. Let me just check one more thing, guys, before I go and get started. All right, so that looks good. Oops. All right, perfect. All right. So, all right, guys. Once again, like I was saying before, something a little bit different. We're gonna be doing my VSG Journey live. I do have a a YouTube page that I do go and I've made videos on my VSG Journey. So if you guys want to go ahead and check out my YouTube page, it's Exposure 87. I'll leave a link in the comments below that you guys can go ahead and check that out. So yeah, so hello everyone. Once again, my name is Danny. Thanks to everyone for joining my Facebook Live tonight. Again, this is the first time I'm doing this, so again, I'm a little bit nervous. Something I'm not used to doing. I'm more used to having music playing than actually me speaking, but not even to worry. We're gonna get this going. So as you guys may or may not know, I have had a dramatic experience in my life, and that is called bariatric surgery. So, quick introduction. On August 15, 2019, I actually had weight loss surgery or bariatric surgery. My specific surgery that I had is called a VSG, a vertical sleeve gastrectomy, which is a gastric sleeve, which I'll go ahead and I'll post a picture on the board. So basically what gastric sleeve is, if you guys can see, is when they take your stomach and they take the majority and remove it from your body. So in my case, they took out 80% of my stomach, which is a lot. I don't have the actual picture of what my physical stomach looked like, but if you go on my Instagram, you guys will see it. But it's huge. My stomach was I said like 7 pounds they took out of just dry stomach. So basically, as you see in the diagram here, they actually do a staple line through the cut line, and they make your stomach look like a banana. Some of the benefits of this particular procedure is it limits you from eating. So as you guys may not know, in my lifestyle, again, because I DJ a lot, I do a lot of photo booths, we do a lot of gigs. I have a lot of bad eating habits, and a lot of my old coworkers, when I used to work full time at Wells Fargo and Fifth Third, know how much I used to love to eat. And I mean, I used to eat big meals. I really didn't have bad eating habits. Like for example, I wasn't a sweets person or a snacks person, but I love my meals. I love my rice and beans, my fried chickens, my meats, my pernils, and all that good stuff. So what I used to do is I used to have a large meal. So for example, at 11 o'clock, which Julissa knows about 11 o'clock, at 11 o'clock, I have my lunch, and I'll have a big plate of something. So I would have rice, totones, pernil, pollo guisado, whatever the case may be. I would have a big plate, and then I would not eat again until about 6 or 7 o'clock, when I used to come home and my wife would actually cook for me. And again, a big old plate of whatever, rice and beans and meat, same thing, a lot of pasta, a lot of rice, and all that other good stuff. So that was basically how everything went down. So of course, after the years and over with these type of eating habits, I was like on clockwork. 11 and 6 were my meal times, and I would eat late, cereal, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, things like that at 11, 12 o'clock at night. And I wake up at 6 in the morning and not eat breakfast. So my eating habits, yes, they were bad. And basically it caused me to gain a lot of weight. Just to give you an idea, back in high school, about 15 years ago, I was 235 pounds. Okay. Right before my surgery, I was 310 pounds. So the majority of that fault, I will blame my wife for. So thank you, honey, for allowing me to gain all that weight. Basically, she cooks amazing. She's an amazing chef. So I definitely gained a lot of weight doing that. So, over the years, I gained a lot of weight, and basically it just kept growing and growing and growing. And then this comes to my next point, where is why I wanted to get bariatric surgery. At first, I was against it. I knew I wasn't healthy. I was big. I was heavy. I was out of breath. I couldn't breathe. I wasn't really active and all that good stuff. But first, one of my good friends, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Ivaneska was the first one to get the surgery, and then Julissa. So when Ivaneska used to come into the office, she got the surgery, and she was telling me, hey, you should get the surgery. It'll be good for you. You're a big guy, and it'll definitely benefit you in a lot of ways. Yada, yada, yada. And I was like, no, I'm good. I love to eat, and, I'm not that big. I hold my weight good. Shit, that was a lie. I look at the pictures now. That was definitely a lie. And actually, you know what? Let me show you. Tell me if this was not a lie. So 310 pounds right there. So this was me back then. And yeah, it was, I was in denial, I would say. And she got the surgery. She came out of it freaking amazing. And then another friend of mine got it, Julissa, and same thing. She's like, oh, Danny, you should get the surgery, blah, blah, blah. I was like, nah, I'm good. And then over the year and a half, their results were dramatic. I was like, wow. I was like thinking about it. Then, of course, my wife, she's like, honey, you definitely should get the surgery. It'll definitely be beneficial for you. I would like for you to consider it. So through there, I was considering it, but I was still like, I really don't want it, and of course with me, I don't really like to go to the doctor. I don't really like needles. I've never got any major surgeries or anything like that. I do my normal checkups, and in my mind, I was, fairly healthy. So, so I didn't want to really worry too much about it. So then it came to a day where I'm like, you know what? I really, I'm sorry, got tracked with the comments. It hit me one day, and I was like, you know what? I really need to make a change in my life. It was really hindering me. Like, my kids will want to go out, and I don't want to go outside. We live in Florida, so it's super hot, and the heat really with a fat person really doesn't work. So, I didn't want to go outside. We had Universal passes, Disney passes, and every other pass on there, and I was like, you know what, I'm tired. I don't want to do it. I don't want to go. I paid all this money to go, and I was just tired all the time. And we'll go for 2 hours. I was crabby because it was hot. I was heavy. I was sweating. My clothes were sticking. So it just came down to a point I was like, you know what, I need to change my life. So I prayed about it, and I asked God. I said, you know what, is this something I should do? And I really searched. I did a lot of searching. I'm like, man, should I do it? And just one day I called my wife and said, honey, book the appointment. I want to see the doctor. So basically she was like, okay, fine, perfect. And good thing it was the end of the year and my insurance was coming up and I can see the doctor in January, and she booked the appointment. So, I was actually going to take this picture down. There you go. Perfect. So, so the main reasons why I got the surgery was A, health, B, my kids, C, my wife, and I just wanted to live longer, have longevity life. I'm 32 years old, okay? At 31, I was 310 pounds. I was at my highest weight. And of course, if I kept going and kept as I was, I probably will live a lot less than after the fact, God willing. With my health, my family does have high cholesterol, high blood pressure, heavy in weight, and I didn't want to go through all that. So I had to make a decision to make a change in my life. So that's when I decided to go ahead and get bariatric surgery. So yeah, so some of the other things that definitely made, and just anyone that's watching out there, the feeling when you go to the store and you want to buy new clothes, and nothing on the rack fits, or you have to order online and wait till it comes, and order jeans and order shirts. And that was me. I used to hate ordering clothes. When we used to go out, I used to eat too much that my clothes that I had didn't fit. And it was just a time and a point to definitely, you know what, we need to move on. So, another reason why. So, so like I was saying, my wife made the appointment, and I saw a doctor. His name is Dr. Teixeira, and I actually put his picture up on the board. He is an amazing doctor, surgeon, friend. I'm talking about, this guy is the bomb. He is amazing. If you are considering bariatric surgery, this is the doctor that you want to see. He belongs to Orlando Health. He works in downtown. And I'm telling you, this guy is super cool, super dope. He laughs, he goofs around, he talks behind your back when your wife's in the room. He's really, really cool. So I definitely owe all this to him because he made all this happen. So Dr. Teixeira, Orlando Health, I made the appointment with him, and I went to see him, I believe, the first week of January, like January 10th. And I went to see him, and boom, my bubble got busted. And I'll tell you why. So I went to go see the doctor, and we had to do an orientation. We had to sit through like an hour class. He came in with his nurse and blah, blah, blah. And he just went over the whole procedure, the whole process. He's like, this is what you got to do. You got to go through insurance. You got to do special dieting. You got to go through special weight training and so on and so forth. And I won't go too much in detail. So that was all cool and dandy. From there, once you see the doctor, you have to see his insurance specialist. And she's the one who gave me the stab in the heart. She's like, hey, Danny, great. You qualify, but you got to wait 6 months. I was like, what? I was expecting to get the surgery in the next 2 months. And they were like, no, you have to wait 6 months. Due to your insurance, your qualifications is you have to go to see your primary doctor for 6 months and get weigh-ins. I'm like, weigh-ins? What are weigh-ins? I basically got to go to my primary care doctor. She has to check me out, ask me a couple questions. I got to pay my deductible every time I see her. And I have to go and get my weight checked, which sucks. Let's see. All right, cool. Let me see. Just getting some feedback there. So, she's like, you got to get 6 months weigh-in. I'm like, what do you mean 6 months weigh-in? I'm like, that's going to move my surgery into June, July, August. I'm like, I'm trying to get the surgery now. I want to do it now. So I kind of got a little bit discouraged. But my wife's like, you know what? Don't worry about it. You waited this long. I promise you it'll go a lot faster. So I was like, okay, cool. So the next step, we finished the doctor. The doctor gave me a packet. I won't go over that packet now, but I definitely will do that in another video. Basically, the packet just tells you what to expect for the next 6 months, what you have to do, some of the cons and the benefits, some things to expect. Your eating habits have to change, things like that. Excuse me. And you have to go through all of that. So long story short, I scheduled my appointments with my primary care doctor, and I set up 6 appointments. And basically what I did for the next 6 months was go to my doctor, stand on the scale, get a number, and she's like, are you walking? What are you eating? What are you doing? Have a good day. I'll see you next month. Pay your $50 on the way out. So I did that for 6 months. And then once I completed my 6 months weigh-ins, I actually had to go ahead and get approved by the insurance. So I did all this work, 6 months, went to the doctor, saw my primary doctor, got all the information that I need, and then boom, now I got to wait 2 weeks to get my insurance to approve it. And there's a 50-50 chance that they might not approve it. So I'm like, yo, I just did this for 6 months. I've been waiting for a few years to get this surgery and done. So in my case, I had United Healthcare as an insurance provider, and they actually were actually really cool about it. I had a private nurse that would call me, give me information, and she would basically just ask me how I'm doing and, if everything's okay, how am I doing mentally, and all that good stuff. So long story short, again, 2 weeks later, I finally got approved. Then after I got approved from the insurance, there was 3 more things that I had to do. First thing is I had to go ahead and get a full run of labs done. I had to get blood work. I had to get checks for my esophagus, for my reflux. I had to see a mental specialist to make sure I don't myself after the surgery. I had to get my abdominal wall checked. I had to get my liver checked, my stomach checked. I had to get x-rays. I had to get a wide range of different things that were kind of a pain in the butt, but I was always at the doctor. And the good thing is by doing that, they also checked that there's nothing else wrong with me, which I kind of like. So they did a full run of blood, physical checks, and all that good stuff. And I came out fine. I actually passed with flying colors. Every time I went to the bariatric unit, or to the doctor, bariatric doctor. They're like, "Are you getting the surgery?" I look like the skinniest person, because if you ever been to a bariatric doctor's office, you know your normal chairs are like this big in comparison. The bariatric doctors' chairs are like this big, so you and your wife or you and someone else can sit there. For me and my wife fit on that chair, but everyone else, like these guys were like 400, 500, 600 pounds. So every time I went, they saw and they were like, "Are you getting the surgery, or you have someone else?" So definitely those chairs. Julisa's like those chairs. Yeah. So yeah, after I got all my labs and I got approved, then I had to go back to see the insurance specialist from my doctor's office. And I reached out to her. I said, "Hey, I got all my paperwork. Everything's been approved. I got all my tests. I passed with flying colors, and I need a date." She goes, "It doesn't work like that." She's like, "I'm going to submit your information and we'll have someone reach out to you in a couple weeks and give you a date." I'm like, "What do you mean?" Now we're like June, July, first week of July, and I started this process in January. I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" She's like, "Yeah, it takes about another 2 weeks. We'll get you a date, yada, yada, yada." I'm like, "All right, cool." So here's another thing that just hit me. She goes, "Oh, by the way, you have to pay your deductible before you get your surgery." I'm like, "What do you mean you got to pay the deductible?" "Well, based on your insurance, you're going to have an out-of-pocket expense," which they do tell you in the beginning, but you're not too worried about it. And then me, I'm not an insurance head, so my wife knew about all this. So I was worried of how much I had to pay out of pocket. So with all my doctor's visits and all my testing and all that good stuff, I was able to bring down my deductible from my insurance, and my out-of-pocket expense wasn't that much. When I actually call, when you do the process and you finish and you're right before you get a date, the hospital's gonna call you and they're gonna say, "Hey, this is your insurance, this is your out-of-pocket, and this is how much the surgery is gonna cost." So they're like, "Oh, the surgery is gonna be like $100,000. I'm like, "Oh my God." And they're like, "Well, basically, you're going to pay your deductible." And luckily, I had great insurance at the time. My deductible out of pocket max was only $2,000. So I was like, "Okay, bet, no problem." That's not bad. And then after all my deductibles started coming in from my blood work and my exams and all that stuff, honestly, at the end, I came out of pocket, I think $1,400, which is not bad for a dramatic surgery. And the doctor's office was, willing to work with me, and they had payment plans and things like that. So luckily I was able to pay it in full and get over it and through with it. And basically they billed the majority of it out, and I got bills afterwards. So I really didn't have to come out of pocket up front. But that's another thing that you need to watch out for if you're considering bariatric surgery, is that big old bill that you got to pay. And it all depends on the different insurance companies that you may have, or anything else that you may have. Definitely check that out. But besides that, I got the bill. They told me how much I had to pay. I had to go and see a billing specialist at Orlando Health, so they go like, "Hey, look at all your paperwork, look at your insurance, make sure everything's good," and they try to get you right there. Key tip number one: when you go see that guy and he wants you to pay the bill, tell him you don't got it. The good thing is they have to bill it to you because you already passed and you're already going to get the surgery. So they'll just bill it to you. So again, they billed me mine and I was able to pay for it. But you don't have to pay that, 15, 2,000, 2,500, 4,000 deductible that you have, depending on whatever you got, right then and there. So another key tip, look for that. So yeah, besides that, boom, I got a phone call one day. They're like, "Mr. Crespo." I said, "Yes. We got a date for you." I was like, "Really?" They're like, the first date was the beginning of August. And my dad actually came out. He was actually going to help me, and that didn't work for him. So I had to move my date eventually to August 15th. That's what we settled on. And boom, I was ready. I was excited. I was ready to go. I had one more doctor's appointment that I had to go. Actually, two more doctor's appointments that I had to go. And I was set. So the last final steps that we had to do is, before you get your surgery, you have to meet with the doctor in a general class. And with that class, he's going to go over everything you can expect the day of your surgery. So like I said, my doctor, mad cool. So he was there with his chair all leaned back, his jacket all open. He was swinging on his chair, mad cool. You bring your significant other or whoever else is going to be with you. And they were there. And basically he was asking all the questions, or not, excuse me, he wasn't asking any question. He was just giving us the rundown of how everything was going to work, how everything was going to go through. And then of course your significant others, they had questions. So they would ask, he was mad cool, whatever. So it was about an hour. He went through the whole class, and then he took us one by one. And he just asked if we had any questions, any concerns, verified the surgery that we were going through, the dates, anything that we needed. He was willing to go with us and give to us, blah, 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 boom, ready to go. Quick appointment. The last thing I had to do was see a psychologist, basically a mental health specialist. The mental health specialist, this lady made me feel itty bitty small. You got to go see her. She was really intimidating. She goes, "Mr. Crespo." I said, "Yes. What's going on?" Really happy, like I normally am. She goes, "Why do you want this surgery?" I said, "Because I want to be skinny." And she looked at me and she didn't laugh. I was joking. I was like, obviously I want to be healthy. She just looked at me and she's like, "Is that the only reason why?" I was like, yeah. And she's like, "Well, if that's what you want, we're not going to get the surgery." I'm like, "Wait, what do you mean?" I'm like, "No, obviously I want to get the surgery. I want to be healthy. I want to be there for my family, for my kids, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada." Going through the whole spiel. And she goes, "You ever think about killing yourself?" I was like, "Wait, what?" She goes, "Oh, a lot of the patients suffer from psychological issues after the fact." I was like, "Okay. So what do you mean?" She goes, "Yeah, there's sometimes patients, they have issues and sometimes they want to off themselves, and we need to make sure that you as a patient don't want to do that." I was like, "Okay, yeah." She's like, "Do you have any suicidal thoughts or anything else like that?" I was like, "No, I do not." She's like, "Tell me about your eating habits." And I'm like, "I got terrible eating habits." She's like, "Well, if your eating habits are terrible, well, you can't get the surgery because you're going to fail after." I was like, "Yo, hold up, lady." I'm like, "Are you serious?" She's like just being real negative. She wasn't being positive. She wasn't being like straight up. She was just being like, bogus. And I was like, "No, I want to get the surgery. I want to be healthy. I'm trying to change my life. I'm trying to do different things, and so on and so forth." So, after, I was getting like real upset. I was like, "Yo, this lady is supposed to be my psych, and she's being an ASS, and I'm just trying to get a surgery. I'm trying to better myself and whatnot." So it was about an hour and a half I was with her, and she wrote me off, and she's like, "Oh, you're good to go." She's like, "But you need to change a lot in your life." I was like, "Okay, no problem. Thank you." Boom, done. So now the hardest part of the surgery, and I haven't even got the surgery. I went through this whole process. I went through everything. I'm ready to go, ready to get everything. And boom, they hit me. They're like, "Okay, Mr. Crespo, you got to start your 2-week pre-op diet." I'm like, "Pre-op diet? What's that?" She's like, "Oh, well, basically what you have to do is we give you a plan, we give you information, and basically you have to change your eating habits before surgery." So just to give you a quick rundown of what a 2-week pre-op diet is basically, they give you a form, and unfortunately I don't have those documents now, but if you guys want, I'll go more in depth with the pre-op diet and do another video. But if you go on my YouTube page, I do have a 2-week pre-op diet checklist where I go through the different foods that I purchased for my pre-op, a lot of things that I ate and things like that, blah, blah, blah. It's all on there. So basically with my specific pre-op diet, I had to only eat once a day for 2 weeks. And this is just my particular doctor. Other doctors have different pre-op plans that are a lot worse. Thank God I had Dr. Teixeira, because legit, other doctors make you go full liquid for 2 weeks, like no solid foods. Like you're literally gonna off yourself because it's just too much. So basically we were good. I got my plan. I bought my food. He gives you a list of things that you need to eat. So basically, it's one lean, low-fat meal per day. Mine was a 6-ounce piece of chicken, some greens like some lettuce, some cheese, and some low-fat dressing. I opt to get standard dressing because that fat-free, when you're fat and fat-free, don't go together. So I was doing regular French, just to put a little sugar in there, a little sweetness while I ate. And then my other 2 meals were protein shakes. I had a protein shake in the morning. I had my lean, fat-free meal in the afternoon. And then for my dinner was a protein shake. That's it. That's all I had for 2 weeks. Good thing is you're able to eat liquid-based diet foods, so a lot of jello, a lot of pudding, nuts, um, other liquids like water, protein. I can have a banana, things like that are soft, that are not heavy on the stomach. The reason why they make you do this pre-op diet is to basically shrink your stomach and shrink your liver. Your liver is very fatty. It's a fatty organ, and if you keep eating maduros and totones and pernil and rice, well, guess what? Your liver is not going to shrink. And when they open you, if your liver's too big, well, guess what? They're going to sew you right back up and ship you right back to the recovery room, and your stomach's going to stay intact. So when you do your final meet with the doctor, he tells you about this and how important the pre-op diet is. So basically, that was my life for 2 weeks. And I'm telling you, those 2 weeks were the hardest 2 weeks of my life, even harder than the recovery after surgery. I was like, Lord, please give me a cheeseburger. Lord, please give me some French fries. Like, legit, it was so hard. I just couldn't take it. I couldn't handle it anymore. So basically, yeah, that was that. Let me see here. Just checking out the comments. All right, perfect. So once I finished my pre-op diet, like I said, go on YouTube. You can see those videos. I was set. During those 2 weeks, if you ask me, Dan, did you cheat? I ain't gonna lie, I did. I cheated twice. I think once I went to Pio Pio and had some rice and some steak and some totones, but I had that on my first week. And I tell you this, when you go on your pre-op diet, it's different. It's hard. But then when you eat regular food again, it just goes right through you. So like, has anyone ever like went to McDonald's, or haven't ate McDonald's for like 2 or 3 weeks, and you go have a Big Mac and you're just in the bathroom the whole time? That's how it is to eat regular food, because your whole system changes. You're all wiped clean. You're using the bathroom differently. You feel differently. You feel good. Yeah, you feel bad because you're like, damn, I want a burger. I want fries. I want steak. But your body's changing. You feel good. You feel different. You have energy. You're losing weight through that process, and you just feel different. So yeah, I cheated twice, not a big deal. The doctor says it happens, he understands, but you can't go 2 weeks and be like, yo, I'm gonna have McDonald's today, Burger King tomorrow, Wendy's the day after that, Popeyes after that, we're gonna go to Red Lobster. Yeah, that's not gonna work, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna go to your appointment and he's gonna see that your liver is not small, and you're gonna shoot yourself in the foot, because now you can't have surgery. So boom, we're done with the 2 week pre-op diet. August 14th, night before my surgery. One more thing they don't tell you. Nothing by mouth for 24 hours. So nothing by mouth. What does that mean? You can't eat. You can't drink. You can't have anything by mouth. So if you can schedule your surgery, I pray that you get a morning appointment. 6 a.m., 5 a.m., get that appointment, because once you wake up, I wake up, I'm not hungry, I'm not thirsty, but my appointment was at 1 o'clock. Bro, I couldn't sleep the night before. I couldn't eat or drink the day before. I was thirsty. I was hungry. Ladies, they have that time of month. They're PMSing, they're mad, they're angry. Bro, I was PMSing on steroids. I was like the most angriest person in the world. I was hangry times 1,000. And I know Julissa, she's still watching. She knows that feeling. I'm talking about, I was the meanest, baddest, evilest person for those 48 hours, because I was hungry. I was thirsty. I just wanted to drink something. Couldn't do it. I was like, damn. So, I was like, okay, fine. So the night before, I made sure that I wasn't eating anything, drinking anything. I went to sleep. I couldn't really sleep. I was anxious, and that's normal when you have the surgery. But yeah, it's very hard the night before, and the anticipation. So I woke up at like 7 in the morning. My appointment was at 1. I'm like, yo, I need something to drink. I got cotton mouth. My mouth is dry. Yo, I was in the shower, like when I was brushing my teeth, like the water was going in my mouth, and I was like spitting it out, but it was still moist. That was me the morning of. So boom. Long story short, let's fast forward to the hospital. So when you get to the hospital, they check you in. They give you information. They're like, oh, your name, your date of birth. My name is Daniel Crespo. DOB is this, blah, blah, blah. 50 different people check you out, and then they rush you to a room. You say goodbye to your spouse, your friends, your family. For me, thankfully, I had my wife, my mom, and my dad there. Yeah, my mom and dad in one room. It was an adventure. So basically, we're all together, and they were like, "Okay, Mr. Crespo, it's time for you to go to the back. Say goodbye to everyone." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So they take you back to the room by yourself. There's no one else there. It's just you and like 50 nurses. Everyone comes, checks you out. They see you. They're like, "Hey, what's your name? I'm so and so. I'm your anesthesiologist. I'm your nurse. I'm your bedmate. I'm this. I'm that. Whatever." Done. So I was like, all right, cool. So another thing that they don't tell you. So I'm in the bed. They say, okay, hey, take off your clothes, and they give you these wipes. These wipes are hell. I hate those wipes. So Julissa knows what I'm talking about. So basically, they give you these like baby wipes, wet wipes, and you have to wipe your whole body. I'm talking about everything except your private areas, your armpits, your good. And also too, when you go to the hospital, no deodorant, no perfume, no jewelry, nothing. You can't have nothing scented on your body, no lotion, nothing. You have to be straight up clean. And then you put these dry wipes on, and they're a pain in the rear. So you got to wipe your whole body, your butt, your front, your chest, everything. And you're freezing. And guess what? Once you're done, dude, you're itchy. I'm talking about itchy. And I got dry skin. And I'm talking about for 3 hours, I'm in a bed just scratching and itchy and scratchy and itchy. And it was a pain in the ass. So basically, you wipe down, you put the thing on. You got to put this, whatever those things are called, like those nightgowns. And you sit in the bed. All the doctors come check you out. And this one doctor comes in. Mr. Crespo, would you like what's called a tap block? Tap block? What's a tap block? Oh, that's when we go ahead and inject anesthesia inside of your abdomen. It's going to be beneficial for you after the fact. I'm like, all right, cool. And she's like, you don't have to get it, but it's going to definitely help you out. I was like, all right, cool, no problem. Let's go ahead and get the tap blocks. I regretted that decision. So 5 minutes later, he comes in. He goes, Mr. Crespo, lay in your side. I said, all right, cool. He goes, I'm going to go ahead and inject the medicine into your abdomen. Okay, cool. No problem. He's like, I'm going to count down. 3, 2, boom. This man shoved a big needle in the side of my stomach. I almost knocked him out. I was like, what the? Bro, I yelled on top of my lungs. That helped so much. He stuck the needle this big in my abdomen and, shot the liquid inside. Bro, that hurt so much. They don't tell you this before. They don't tell you during or after. This dude just did it like without Vaseline, just straight like went in without any warning. I was super tense. I thought I was cool, but no, don't. Boom, you're done. I was like, all right, cool. So he goes, oh, we're gonna do it one more. I'm like, what? Bro, when your wife's in labor and they tell her to go to the side and you're holding real tight on the bed and you're like, oh my God, please. That was me, bro. I think I shed a tear because it hurt so much. This dude went and did it again. And because, I'm kind of gordito in the stomach area, bro. He stabbed me with that needle again, bro. I almost died. I honestly think right before the pre-op, that was the next thing that was really, really bad. So I got my tap locks in. And honestly, if you do get bariatric surgery, I highly recommend get your tap blocks. The reason being that helps you after the fact. It's basically anesthesia in your abdomen because they are going to cut you open. They're going to pull some stuff. They're going to stretch some stuff. And it's definitely going to benefit you in the long run. So, so I got my tap blocks. Then this cool dude came back, my boy, Dr. Teixeira, came out and said, hey, Mr. Crespo, how you doing? I was like, I'm already, I got tap blocks. He goes, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, but don't worry, you got them. Let's go. We're ready. So he comes in, he had to check out the area, make sure I'm good. And then he looked at, he took my gown off. I'm butt naked. He goes, oh, no. I'm like, wait, what happened? He goes, you're not ready. I'm like, I am ready. I've been here for 2 hours. I'm ready. Let's go. He goes, no. Guys, side note, I'm kind of a hairy guy. My stomach was still hairy. He told me not to shave it, and I was going to shave it. no, no, no. So he goes, oh, Mr. Crespo, well, you're not ready yet. He's like, I'm gonna call the nurse. Bro, this nurse came and did a hack job on my stomach. She got these little trimmers, and she goes, you're legit, bro. There's like 5 nurses in the room, and they're all women, and I'm there laying butt naked with a gown on, and she just whips my gown off, and she takes a towel and throws it over my private areas, and she just starts zzz. I was like, yo, and bro, and then my stomach started itching. I was already itchy, and there was hair everywhere. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. So then the doctor came back like 20 minutes later, and I'm all like, man, hackeando, bro. I was like, all scratchy, and I was ready to like dip out. So doctor comes back and he's like, hey, Mr. Crespo, you're ready. Let's go. So the anesthesiologist came in, and basically they gave us, he put the meds in there. I was ready to go. They shipped me to the room. From the room, I was already there, and bro, legit, he's like, count to 10. And I remember going into the room, and I see these big robots and all this stuff, and I was freaking out, and I was out. Next thing I remember, I wake up, I think like 2 hours later, 3 hours later, in the most agonizing pain in my life. Hence, I don't remember. Everyone tells me that I was in so much pain, that I was yelling, I was crying, I was cursing. Yeah, it was bad. I don't remember it. Thank God that those meds worked, but I don't remember any of that. So yeah, they said it was really hard when they came out of surgery. Dude, my dad has never seen me cry. I made my dad cry. My mom cried. My wife was crying. Everybody thought I was dying. My abuela in Chicago was like, is he okay? ¿Qué pasó con el nene? Is he all right? Is he dying? Dígame. Yo, it was bad. Again, I don't remember this. They told me all this. So yeah, after my surgery, you know, skip through all that. Everything went fine. They gave you meds and everything now. So remember when I told you nothing by mouth? So for the last 48 hours, I hadn't had anything by mouth. Now, after the surgery, the meds give you cotton mouth. Now I'm like, I'm thirsty. Can someone give me something to drink? Now, guess what? For the next 24 hours, because now everything goes, you digest it through your stomach. Nothing by mouth. I'm like, bro. I'm talking about, I look like I don't want to say hype, but I look like a hype, you know, like scratching my mouth. You ever see that David Chappelle? He was like this, and his mouth was all cracked, looked all white. That was me. Bro, I was dying for water. I was like, Lord, give me water. So long story short, they take you to the room. You know, I finally remember stuff. I saw my mom. I saw my dad. I saw my wife. Everything was good. The nurses come. The doctors come. There's like 20 people that come see you. Amazing service by Orlando Health. I felt great. So I had my surgery at 1 o'clock. And by 9 p.m., the nurse comes and she goes, oh, hey, Mr. Crespo, how's everything going? She goes, time to get up. What? She's like, oh, yeah, time to get up. I was like, yo, I don't want to get up. I'm in a lot of pain. She goes, you're going to have to walk. I said, I don't want to walk. She's like, well, if you don't walk, you don't go home. So I had to walk, and it was the most hard and painful. You ever did an ab workout, and you're laying down in the bed, and you try to get up, and you can't because it hurts? That's what you feel. So I was like, yo, you know, we got to do it. My wife's like, get up. You have to go. I was tired. I was drugged. And it was really, really hard. She wanted me in my surgery ward. There was it's a circle. So you can walk around the nurse's station. They wanted me to walk around 10 times. I was like, Lord, please. Long story short, it took me all night. I didn't sleep. I was tired. I was hungry. I was thirsty. I needed something to drink, and I'm walking and walking and walking. You know, when you're pregnant, I did this with my son when he was about to get born. My wife didn't dilate, so they made her walk and walk and walk. That's what I was doing, but I needed to move, and it was just freaking annoying. So long story short, keep moving on. I had walked. Everything was good. I was able to do my laps. I met some other people. They did a few tests. A funny thing, the first thing I actually drank was this nasty chalk liquid that they had to test my esophagus with to make sure everything was good. I didn't have any leaks. So this is the next morning. I had my surgery at 1. It's 24 hours. Now it's 48 hours. Nothing by mouth. In the morning, I go, and he's like, you gotta drink this nasty thick chalk thing, and he goes, you might vomit. I'm like, oh no. He goes, drink it, hold it in your mouth, and swallow when I tell you. I was like, oh damn. So I stand, and then you're standing in front of an x-ray machine. You could barely stand up, you could barely sit, you're in agonizing pain, and you're standing there, and you're drink, and then you gotta hold it. This tastes like straight, you know what? I was like, no, I don't want to. So then he tells you to drink it. Once you drink it, you're like, I wanted to vomit, like real talk. And I had to drink like almost 2 shots worth. And he tested me, everything was fine, no leakage. Then I go back upstairs, boom, ready to go. I thought I was leaving. The doctor comes and says, okay, it's time to eat. I said, yo, thank God. It was like the most happiest moment in my life. So it's now the next day, it's 12 o'clock. I'm ready to eat. They bring me soup. They bring me crackers, water, Jello, banana. I'm like, yo, I'm about to max. Side note, when you have bariatric surgery, you go from a stomach this big to a stomach this big. Do not eat all your food. It's physically impossible to do. They don't tell you this. And they don't tell you how hard it is. So he gave me broth, soup broth. So I was like, cool. It was in like a little cup like this, you know what I'm saying? And it was, so he's like, I need you to drink 6 shots before I let you go. I was like, all right, cool, no problem. I'll dog a shot, no problem. I take the first little shot of chicken broth. I go, I back it down. I almost vomited right then and there. Bro, it was so, like, to drink that much liquid, I'm talking about shots, 2 ounces? Bro, I thought I was dying. Like, it was so painful. And the nurse like, no, you can't do that. You have to drink sips, like little sips every 5 minutes. It'll take you 1 hour to drink that shot glass. I was like, oh my God, no. Terrible. So whatever, long story short, I drank the shot glasses. I was finally ready to go home. And they gave me my meds. So my recovery process for those next 72 hours was actually pretty easy. The first 24 hours was the hardest, the most painful. They do give you meds. They do give you all that information that you need to take, and it helps. But you're in 100% pain, and it takes about 60% away. So you're still in 40% pain, and you have to alternate. One other side note that they don't tell you about bariatric surgery: you cannot take ibuprofen. Tylenol for life. So I was like, damn, Tylenol don't work. They gave me Tylenol with codeine. It definitely worked, but I can no longer take Advil for the rest of my life because of the lining of my stomach. It damages it. So I had to take my Tylenol. It helped. Honestly, within 24 hours after I came back home, I stopped taking pain medicine. It didn't bother me. Hence, let's rewind. Tap blocks. Very important. Those tap blocks work, I believe, for 24 to 48 hours after the surgery. It helped me dramatically. Those took the majority of the pain away, plus the Tylenol with codeine and whatever else they were giving me. They gave me nausea medicine. They gave me a reflux medicine, because there's 50 million things that can go wrong on that. So yeah, so fine, boom, 24 hours, great. I mean, good. 48, great. 72, even better. Now, after the 3 days, you now have to go through your 4-step eating process. And basically, the 4-step eating process, I'll go through it very quickly because I know this video is going quite long. Basically, your first 3 days, you introduce just liquids. So broth, Jello, pudding, liquid based only, nothing hard. Then you start introducing for 2 weeks. You start introducing soft foods. Again, Jello, pudding, popsicles, chicken broth, mashed potatoes, anything soft, liquidy, clear liquid foods. And actually, I might do another video on that process if you guys have questions on that. And then from there, we start introducing solids, soft solids, not a lot of protein, not chicken or steak or anything, like soft stuff, noodles, mashed potatoes, rice, pasta, things like that to start introducing. That's another 2 weeks. And then after that, you're about 4 to 6 weeks out. Then you can start introducing regular food. Like if you guys want French fries and cheeseburgers and hot dogs, and guess what? You're not going to want it. You're going to get used to your diet. And again, I'll go through that probably. We might do this again. And I'll go through over that process. But yeah, once you're doing your 4 to 6 weeks, you start your lifetime diet. Your lifetime diet is supposed to be a maximum of 1,100 calories per day, and it's supposed to contain high protein diet. A lot of high protein meats, chicken, fish, beef, milk, yogurt, cheese, high protein, eggs. A lot of these foods sound fatty, but you need it. Me at 310 pounds with the stomach the size of a 2-year-old, and I can't even eat a chicken nugget, bro, you need your protein. And we'll go over that in another video of all that after fact. So yeah, so basically I went from 310 pounds, and I'll throw this on the board. 310 pounds is right here. This how big I was, 310 pounds. I went from that to this. This right here. Where is it? Hold on. Yeah, so I went from, this picture was taken in the beginning of March. I went on my cruise, and basically I went from fat boy to sexy boy. So this was the Christmas before my surgery. So this is December, before that August, and this was after. 310 pounds, big boy, 215 pounds, I would say. So you can see the big difference. You can see in this video, my bone structure, my facial features, they're all different. So big transformation. So I'll take these down. So let's recap. So I went through a lot of my information. I know I went a little bit longer, but I just wanted to go through the process. We're good there. So yeah, the final results. Right now, this morning, I weighed myself. I am 211 pounds. 211 pounds. 211 pounds. I have dropped, and my official weight, my official big boy weight is 307. So I have about 4 more pounds till I hit my 100 mark, my centennial mark, 100 pounds down. And I'm getting there very slowly. Through the process, when you lose your weight through the first 2 weeks, then your second 2, then your last 2, through those 6 weeks, you're going to drop a dramatic amount of weight. But you're going to get to a point. Now I'm 8 months post-op, and I'm still losing weight. I don't want to lose any more weight, but I have no control over it. So right now, this morning, 211 pounds, 4 pounds away from 100. And once I get there, we're quarantined. I might do a quarantine mix. Who knows? But yeah, so the aftermath, the final results. The new me, bro, I feel amazing. This is and bro, I swear to God, I'm getting goosebumps right now. I feel amazing. This has been the best. I'm talking about the best decision I have done and made in my life. Not only for me, for my wife, for my kids, for my parents, for my family, for myself. I am so happy I got this surgery. I thank God every day for allowing me to accomplish this task and going through with it and finishing through with it. Yvette, thank you. Bro, amazing. Bro, I can run. I can go to Disney for 12 hours and ask my wife and my mom. They hate going to Disney with me. Why? I'm walking through the aisles fast. I'm running through. I'm not sweating. My clothes are not sticking. Bro, amazing. I feel effing great. Don't get me wrong, I've had complications, but bro, I can eat what I want. I can drink what I want. I can eat my burgers, my french fries, my pernil, my totones. Side note, hence, second, not at the same time. So today, my mother-in-law is here from Chicago. She made white rice and pollo guisado. Kid you not, I had 6 ounces of white rice, some caldo, and a little bit of pollo. That's it. A little bit of lettuce on the side, and I'm stuffed. And I was like, I couldn't even finish it. I was like, over. I can't eat a lot. 6 ounces of protein, done. I can have rice or meat, can't have it together unless I have little by little. I can have a half a burger, no french fries. Another thing, you cannot eat and drink at the same time. If I eat something, I have to make sure that it's moist, because if not, if I'm thirsty afterwards, it's a pain in the ass to drink something. So like right now, this is 10 ounces of coffee. It's been almost an hour we've been on live, and I finished half of it. It's just really hard to consume, and through your process, it's a big difference. It's a big change. That's one of the hardest things after surgery, is learning how to eat again. I'm definitely going to do this again. There's a lot more information that I want to give you guys, but there's a doctor on YouTube. His name is Dr. Vaughn. He's a chinito doctor, mad cool, really funny. And basically what it is he gives you information, tips and tricks. He's a bariatric surgeon as well, on how to progress and how to learn and how to eat and tricks and tips, because a lot of doctors don't give you that information, but he definitely gave. And I watched a lot of YouTube to learn a lot of things, hence this whole setup, all this beautiful. This my first time. This looks amazing, by the way. Let me know if you like the sound and the video quality in the comments below. But besides that, everything is great. I can eat. I went on my cruise in February. I had lobster. I had steak. I had mofongo in Puerto Rico. I drink alcohol. I love whiskey. If you guys watch my DJ lives, I love my whiskey. I drink whiskey. I eat my fatty foods. I don't eat McDonald's a lot anymore because I just can't eat it. It's too much. A lot has changed in my stomach. It goes right through me, but I eat it. I've been to Pio Pio. I've been to Red Lobster, Longhorn, all the restaurants. And one big change is I don't crave it anymore. I don't want McDonald's. If I go to McDonald's, I'm the only dude in the car. My wife's having a Big Mac. My kids are having chicken nuggets. I have a salad. The reason why, I could barely finish it, but I need something light on my stomach. We go to Red Lobster, I eat a half of bread. I don't eat the lettuce. I eat the grilled shrimp, not the greasy shrimp. So basically, the surgery helps you make better choices as you progress through your process. And you just change. Here, I'll have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I love peanut butter. Protein. If I grill, I eat chicken breast. If I eat a lot of soft foods. One quick story before we jump into the Q&A. When I went on the cruise, I had New York strip steak, and this New York strip steak wasn't quality based. This was like one of those rundown on the cruises. Bro, I've been post-op 8 months. I had this steak, and this steak killed my stomach. It really killed my stomach. I'm talking about the feeling I got was like I just got punched in the stomach, but for 4 hours. We were on the cruise. I had steak. I was feeling great. I was maintaining my courses accordingly, like I'm supposed to. We were at a show, and I just got this terrible feeling. I swear to God, I thought my stomach was gonna explode. I wasn't overfilled. I didn't overindulge. The meat was just too tough. And dude, I was 7 months, 6-7 months post-op. And I can start eating these things, but because the meat was so tough and so hard, it hurt my stomach. So you guys got to be careful with that. One big thing that my wife just threw in the comments, no more soda, guys. I was a big soda head before. No more soda. Done. No more pop for the Chicago people. No more soda. Before I used to drink Sprite and whiskey. Now I drink organic, sugar-free apple juice with my whiskey apple. So yeah, no more soda. Soda's done. If you do drink soda, anything carbonated, one, it's gonna hurt your stomach, and two, it's gonna expand your stomach. Three, you're gonna get fat again. I'll be just straight honest with you. If you consume carbonated beverages, it's just gonna send you back 10 steps, and it's just gonna mess up your process. So I would recommend no carbonated beverages, no Red Bull, no whiskey and Coke, Jack and Coke, anything with Coke, Sprite, 7-Up, RC. No, don't do it. To this day, I promise you, I would not lie to you. To this day, ask my wife, God my witness, I have not consumed one soda yet. And I made a vow to myself, because soda was my big Achilles heel when I had my surgery. I told myself, I said, Lord, I would not consume soda, pop, no more. 8 months out, I don't drink soda anymore. I drink coffee because it's caffeine. It's like they tell you, you'll find changes where you're like a drug. If you take this drug, you take that drug. So I gave up soda, and I never drank coffee before. Now I don't have soda, and all I drink is coffee, hence coffee. So yeah, guys, so besides that, I feel great. I feel amazing. I'm happy. I'm energetic. My wife loves it. My mom loves it. My dad loves it. Shout out to all three of them. My little brother, who hopefully is on here. All four of them have been an amazing support system. Another tip that I can give you guys is do not go through this process alone. Have a support system, because like Julissa said in the comments, if you don't have a support system, you're going to fail. And of course, I don't want anyone to fail, but you need it. It's because there's times you feel down, times you feel happy, you need help. it's a difficult process, and it's not easy. I make it sound easy, but it's very, very hard. And I would recommend you guys, have that support system, have that support team. And thank you to you guys for definitely helping out and doing all that. So yeah, guys, I'm really happy. I'm almost 100 pounds down, and I'm just ready for my brand new life. Of course, 2020 was supposed to be something new for me, and of course 2020 with this coronavirus and everything. But you know what? I still stay motivated. I still stay on my diet. I still eat right. I do what I need to do. And, we definitely go through all those steps on a daily basis. So besides that, guys, I'm going to open up the Q&A. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. Let me see here. Let me just refresh my comments because I can't see any of the comments out there. Any questions that you guys may have, throw them down. All right, I got someone on YouTube. All right, it doesn't tell me who this is. Okay, here we go. All right, I won't post that comment. Okay, so someone just put a comment on YouTube. All right, so yeah, guys. So besides that, any comments? Go ahead and leave them below. Let me go on Facebook. All right. So let me see a couple more minutes. Anyone else, guys? Any more comments? All right, I got one here on YouTube. Let's see. I can't read his name, but how was the process for you, and how different was it from other people that you said? So basically, my particular process and everyone's process is different. It's not the same. It won't be, for me and Julissa and Ivaneska, our three processes were all different, and it wasn't the same. All three of us went to the same doctor, and Julissa's process was different. Ivaneska's process is based on your dietary needs, your weight, your health, any other complications that you may have. So it's a lot of different things. But for me, my process, again, is very difficult, but was a easier process with the pre-op, surgical, and aftermath. It was very easy for me. Like they'd say that you do get nauseous. I have not been nauseous once. They do say that you have a lot of issues. I didn't have a lot of the complications that people normally have. It's just, again, it's based on your surgeon and it's based on other people. So I hope that answers your question. Julissa, there we go. So Julissa asks, any excess skin? Okay, so yes and no. So for me, my body type, thanks to my mom, my elasticity, if I say it correctly, for my skin from my mom's side is very elastic per se. So a lot of my, hence, loose skin is not loose skin. If you can see here in my arm, I still have a little bit of fat, but not too much. My chest, I thought my chest was gonna hang. It does not. So I would say my stomach is getting to a point where it's kind of little like flabby. Like, when people lose a lot of weight, you can see a little bit of it. That's me. Or like when a pregnant woman goes back to her pre-weight, you see that little pouch. I have a little pouch, not a big pouch, but I'll post I don't have a picture here of, well, let me see if I do have one on my desktop. I don't think I saved that picture. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Did I save it? No, I don't have it. So I don't have that particular picture, guys. But if you go on my Instagram, Exposure87, you will see a picture of me with no shirt on, super fat at 310 pounds. And then you'll see pictures at 270, 260, 250. I don't have those pictures. So I can't show them, but they're on Instagram and you could definitely see them there. So not a lot of loose skin. All my skin has retracted. Again, I hold my body weight well, so you don't see it. My clothes do fit big, so I went down from a 3X down to a large. A lot of my clothes are still extra large because that's when I bought clothes, so you can't see it. So thank you for the question, Julissa. So I got Ali here, says, Postponed definitely because of the virus. So I've been struggling with motivating. Any tips? All right, I'll go ahead and throw this comment on the board. This is Allie, guys. Thank you, Allie, so much for the question. My mom is stupid. All right, Allie. So she says, so my VSG surgery was supposed to be March 25th. It got postponed indefinitely because of the virus. So I've been struggling with feeling motivated. Any tips? All right, Allie. Honestly, stay positive. Have your support system. Stay motivated. I know right now because of the coronavirus, it's very hard, very difficult. You're at home. You're getting back into old eating habits. But honestly, stay motivated. Like, for example, just to give you an example, bodybuilders, they put posters of other bodybuilders on their wall, and they want to look like that. Do something like that. Put a picture of before and after of a bariatric patient on there. Put a picture of your doctor. It might sound funny, but yeah, put a picture of your doctor on your wall in your bathroom. Put motivational quotes on there. I don't want to get too much into religion, but if you are a religious person, I am the man above. I just got goosebumps. Religion is a big motivational factor. I personally pray every night, especially when I was going through this process. I was praying. I was asking for guidance. I was asking for strength. It's not easy. So, religion definitely helps. If you're not a religious person, I definitely understand. But that definitely helped me. And of course, another big motivational is I had two friends. Hence, Julissa, who's here live watching, and Ivaneska, they were a lot of help for me. And they gave me that motivational support by seeing their transformation, gave me motivation. So hope that answers your question. So thank you so much for the question. Any more questions, guys? Let's see. My mom goes, show me your belly button. Mom, I'll show you that on FaceTime when I'm done. I'm not going to show this on the live. So disrespectful you are. Let's see. All right, guys. So I think that's it. Let me, refresh. See if I got any more comments on here. All right. I don't think any more. All right. So, guys, I don't have any more questions. If you guys like this video, go ahead and mark a like, leave a comment below, send me a personal message. If you or anyone else is considering bariatric surgery, VSG, the band, a gastric bypass, hit me up. I'll be more than happy to be an advocate, give you my personal experience. Again, I am not a doctor. I don't know a lot about bariatric surgery, only my own experience. But if you guys are interested in getting the surgery, there's a lot of content on YouTube about your specific surgery. Again, I got the gastric sleeve. And that's the approach my doctor and I went through. So that's what we did. But I have friends that got bands. I got friends that got balloons. I got friends that got the bypass. So it's definitely different. So yeah, guys, this video went quite long. Ooh, excuse me. Ali, if you're still on, my wife said, tell her it'll be definitely worth the wait. So, definitely stay motivated there. So besides that, guys, I'm gonna, shut off. I want to thank you guys so much for taking this time, watching this video with me. I greatly, do appreciate it. I've had a lot of people join in, so I didn't think I would have this many people. So thank you guys so much. Shout out to the people on YouTube, because I have a following on YouTube with my VSG. I think I might do this again, guys. I'll do another video next week. I'll throw some comments on my Instagram to see what you guys want to hear. If you guys want me to go more in depth on the pre-op diet, or go more in my experience after on my post-op, which could be two different videos, but we're good there. So besides that, guys, thank you guys so much for staying tuned with me. I know we've been out here for 75 minutes, but it's my first time. Next one will be a little bit shorter, maybe 30-45 minutes. So thank you so much, guys. I will catch you on the next one. And don't forget, for all my people that normally watch my live DJs, this Saturday, me and DJ Quick are going live at 7 o'clock Eastern. Tumba la Casa. We're doing straight 4-hour back-to-back mix right here live on Facebook, live on YouTube. So stay tuned, guys. God bless. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Stay home. And just look out for your family, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you on the next video.